close your eyes. Now, imagine standing on the banks of the Yangon River, nearly 200 years ago. There are no colonial buildings, no traffic, no skyline. Instead, the air is filled with the scent of incense and tropical forests. Hundreds of wooden boats crowd the river. Golden pagodas rise above endless teak houses, while monks in saffron robes weave through bustling markets, alive with traders from across Asia. This is Yangon, before the British Empire changed it forever. And over the next few minutes, you'll walk through a city that few people alive have ever truly seen.
Today, Yangon is Myanmar's largest city, famous for its colonial architecture and the magnificent Shwedagon Pagoda. But before wide boulevards, Victorian buildings, and steam-powered ships reshaped its landscape, Yangon was a very different place. Known as Dagon, it began as a modest settlement, centered on one of Buddhism's most sacred sites. Over time, it evolved into an important river port, where Burmese merchants, Mon communities, Indian traders, Chinese merchants, and travelers from across Southeast Asia exchanged goods, languages, and traditions. Our journey begins in the decades before the First Anglo-Burmese War, when the Konbaung dynasty governed the region and Yangon remained unmistakably Southeast Asian in character. Let's step back in time. The morning mist hangs low over the Yangon River as the first rays of sunlight strike a hill crowned with gold. Long before travelers noticed the harbor, they noticed the shimmering stupa rising above the forest. The Shwedagon Pagoda dominates the landscape, visible from miles away. Its gilded surface catches the tropical sun, serving not only as a religious monument, but also as a beacon for sailors approaching the coast. Around the sacred hill, narrow dirt paths connect clusters of teak houses built on wooden stilts. Palm trees sway gently in the humid breeze, while chickens wander beneath raised homes protected from seasonal floods. Life begins before sunrise. Temple bells echo across the settlement. Families prepare rice over charcoal fires. Children carry water from nearby ponds. Monks silently walk barefoot through the streets, collecting alms from waiting villagers. Religion is not separate from daily life. It is woven into every moment. As the sun climbs higher, the city awakens. The marketplace becomes the heart of Dagon. Wooden stalls display fragrant spices, baskets of tropical fruit, lacquerware, hand-woven textiles, pottery, and carved teak furniture. Women negotiate prices with practiced confidence. Blacksmiths hammer glowing metal into farming tools. Carpenters shape massive teak beams destined for monasteries and homes. The air carries layers of scent. Fresh fish from the river, roasting sesame, fragrant betel leaves, wood smoke, and the sweet aroma of ripe bananas. Visitors speak many languages: Burmese, Mon, Chinese, Tamil, Bengali. The city's river connections bring merchants from across the Bay of Bengal and Southeast Asia. Although Dagon is not among the world's largest ports, it is steadily growing into an important gateway between inland Myanmar and the wider maritime trading world. Every arriving boat brings not only goods, but also stories. The Yangon River is the city's lifeline. Hundreds of wooden vessels drift with the tides. Some carry rice, harvested from the fertile Irrawaddy Delta. Others transport timber from dense forests, jars of oil, ceramics, precious gemstones, and handcrafted goods. Sailors shout instructions as crews unload cargo onto simple wooden docks. Unlike the deep water ports that would emerge later under British rule, These riverfront landings are modest, yet remarkably busy. Fishermen mend their nets, while children splash in the shallows nearby. Water buffalo pull heavy carts loaded with supplies toward nearby villages. Every movement depends on the rhythm of the river. Without it, Dagon could never have grown. But change is already approaching from beyond the horizon. By the early 19th century, Dagon lies within the powerful Konbaung Kingdom. Royal authority extends across much of present-day Myanmar, and the city serves as an important southern gateway to the kingdom. Officials oversee trade, collect taxes, and maintain order, while Buddhist monasteries continue to shape education, culture, and community life. Craftsmen construct elegant monasteries from richly carved teak. Their intricate designs reflect generations of artistic skill, passed from master to apprentice. Life here moves at a pace dictated by nature. The monsoon rains transform dusty roads into muddy pathways. The dry season fills the air with golden sunlight and drifting dust. Festivals illuminate the nights with oil lamps, music, dance, and offerings to the Buddha. For many residents, this way of life seems timeless. But history rarely stands still. Across the sea, a rapidly expanding empire is watching. In 1824, the First Anglo-Burmese War begins. The conflict brings foreign soldiers and warships toward the Burmese coast. Within a few years, Dagon will experience occupation, conflict, and profound political change. Then, after the Second Anglo-Burmese War in 1852, British control of Lower Burma transforms the city on an unprecedented scale. Ancient neighborhoods give way to carefully planned streets. Traditional wooden buildings are gradually joined and often replaced by brick offices, warehouses, churches, banks, and government buildings. The city is renamed Rangoon. Its population expands rapidly as migrants, merchants, and administrators arrive from across the British Empire. The quiet riverside settlement becomes one of Asia's busiest colonial ports. The skyline changes forever. Yet beneath the growing city, echoes of old Dagon remain. The sacred hill still watches over everything. Millions of people know Yangon for its colonial architecture, vibrant streets, and the golden brilliance of the Shwedagon Pagoda. But beneath those familiar landmarks lies an older city, one built from teak, shaped by rivers, guided by faith, and connected to the wider world long before colonial rule. Ancient Dagon may have disappeared from the modern skyline, but its spirit survives in sacred traditions, enduring landmarks, and the stories passed down through generations. History does not simply vanish. It lives beneath our feet, waiting to be rediscovered. If you enjoyed this journey into the lost world of pre-colonial Yangon, consider subscribing for more cinematic AI reconstructions of history from across Asia and beyond. And tell us in the comments, which forgotten city or ancient civilization should we explore next?